Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to actually do something a little bit different. I was inspired by a recent interview by Lindsay and Shan, where Shan described basically a personality type thing, SIFI for those of you in the OP community. She described it as Martha Stewart, or compared it to Martha Stewart sharing her calendar with the rest of the world. So in the spirit of, I guess, practicing or trying to improve at my own weak points, I kind of want to share a little glimpse of what I do on a weekly basis, especially when it comes to applying the principles of atomic habits, of, tiny wins, of aggregation of marginal gains, and everything like that. So this is a small glimpse of what I do. I'm not going to show you everything, but I do want to show you a little bit of what I do. So this is what I guess I'll call my routines section. I do use the 6 Horizons method by by David Allen. That just basically helps categorize, what I should be doing and how it's connected to my larger purpose, as well as how is it connected to kind of the more practical things. So if you guys want to check that out, just Google GTD Horizons of Focus, and you'll see what all of this stuff up here means. But basically, this is where all my habits and routines live. One of the key habits that I have as well is I try and really assess where I'm at, right? In terms of if I feel a certain way throughout the day, or if other people are giving me feedback that I'm appearing a certain way throughout the day, then it's usually a sign for me to check in and be like, okay, do I need more perspective on my life? Do I need to reconnect with my focus or my purpose? Or do I need to be more controlled, get more control, and be more productive? And traditionally, or typically, I'm usually on this side of the continuum, right? I feel overwhelmed a lot of the times, which just means I need to get my shit together. But then usually, even if I am getting my shit together, I tend to lean more so in the crazy visionary area where, I have a lot of ideas and I'm getting a lot of suggestions, but I'm not doing enough to carefully implement all of those in a way that I can sustain, right? So one thing that they talk about is fabulous ideas by the minute, unrealistically overcommitting focus and resources, attention deficit disorders, the extreme, which I have. I actually have ADHD. So this is something that I kind of check in on a daily basis. But that's kind of one area of my routines. And then I do have kind of something similar in the next page. So what I'm going to then show you is what I do for one of my Maslow hierarchy of needs, which is safety. I think so I do have routines, morning, evening, and throughout the day, routines for my Maslow's. I don't feel the need to share all of them, but this is a good sample. So I do break things down into subcategories. I have routines for subcategories. So in the morning, I do, have something for employment. I want to make sure that I'm reviewing the principles of my job, right? Make sure that I'm still connecting with the basics. And that's going to manifest through what's called the Evolve system, or, for any of you guys who know Butler Street sales training, that's basically what it is. It's just repackaged. So that's what I do in the mornings. I try and, review that, try and practice some objection handling in the morning. I do try and make sure that I'm setting a good habit for cleaning the house that I'm in, as well as just, I do have a physical check transaction register, which is this, right? So I kind of try and keep this filled out, just to keep track of my transactions. And then from there, there's just, health, right? So, I do fasting in the morning, I do fasting throughout the day. So I want to make sure that I'm up to date on that. I do weigh myself. I do weigh myself without any clothes on, just so that I know precisely what my weight is, because I am trying to actually gain weight. So I want to be very precise in my measurements. I do meditation in the morning. I personally use Headspace, but not always. But that's kind of what I do. I do have other routines, like morning pages to journal, listening to classical music to get some of the mental benefits, the emotional benefits. And then I do take quite a few supplements. These are all supplements recommended primarily by Rhonda Patrick, or Dr. Rhonda Patrick, rather. And I've definitely been taking these, and I've found a great benefit, especially by taking them daily over the past 2 to 3 months. I've definitely felt a great deal more focused, more calm, and then more focused on productive work stuff throughout the day. So this is something that's very important to me. And then finally, morning exercise, right? I'm trying to get my warm-up exercises in. I'm trying to stretch, do actual exercise, and then finally stretch afterwards and take a cold shower afterwards. Now, I guess one thing that I do want to kind of point out is, first of all, this I did not start my routine this complex. It started very, very much smaller. I definitely am a very big believer into just starting with one atomic habit that's 30 seconds long at a time, and then slowly building up from there, you know, based on your comfort level. And if you notice, I mean, the other thing I do want to point out is that all of my habits, I've been doing this for basically 3 months, but regardless, all of my habits are still 30-second habits because, you know, there are days when I just don't fucking feel like it. And so it's more important to show up and get the task done and get the habit done than to not show up. That's kind of my belief. And quite frankly, you know, it's got to the point where, yes, I'll do 30 seconds or I'll turn on my 30-second timer, but I know I'm going to do 20 minutes. Like, so for example, with my workouts, it's gotten to the point where, yes, I will put on the 30-second timer for a few seconds, but I know I'm going to do my warm-up exercises for at least 5 minutes. I know I'm going to exercise for about 15, 20 minutes usually. And then my stretching is usually like, you know, anywhere between 2 minutes and 5 minutes long as well. So that's about it. I mean, this is a little bit of a change of pace. I did want to show you what it looks like to, I guess, implement some of the principles from Atomic Habits and things like that. This is what I've been doing. Definitely would love to hear what you guys are doing for your routines and things like that. So feel free to leave that in the comments as well. I may make some other videos, but I mean, this is honestly just me trying to practice sharing a little bit more of myself, because usually I would never like share stuff like this, but I do think it's important, and especially for people who are kind of on a similar journey. So that's about it. Hope you enjoy. Hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys in a bit. Take care.